Hey, what's going on, y'all? Just wanted to let you know. Man, there is a point in time where the bench is actually clean when I'm talking to y'all. I got the HS set up over here, cleaned up a little bit, and yeah, nice, bright, fresh, clean surface. Well, somewhat. All right, we got the Connex 4800 on the bench now, and as you can see, we got all the caps here that are going to be replaced in red. I'm going to go ahead and throw that kit together, and I think it's like 50 some caps, but yeah, a lot of unsoldering and resoldering with all this stuff. Going to probably have to change out this faceplate as well since it's cracked, and we should be in good shape. I'll be back. Okay, about an hour or so later, got the all the caps out here, and now yeah, it's ended up being 44 caps all said and done. We're gonna go ahead and throw in the kit here, and see you in a sec. Okay, got all the caps replaced in this now. It's time to work on the faceplate, get that all working. And just a little more update. We got the majority of the capacitors put in here, but yeah, I saw this, and this was when I got this unit way back when. So this, I'm going to replace this faceplate, but it's also been dented in a little bit, and this board is actually loose, so I'll have to do all that. Ended up just having a whole max mod, so I went ahead and threw that in there just for the fun of it. And yeah, I got to go ahead and start the solder process. Kind of relaxing to do this part of the process, so I'll see you on the other side. Well, I just wanted to go over that. Yeah, these still have the original driver and finals. This is the 2166 driving to Mitsubishi 2312s. You don't see those too much every day because they're something I remember way back in the day. That the old golden screwdriver rule. Well, hey, how do you just get the most power out of your driver and your finals? Well, there's the pots right there. Just jack these things up and you can just put out a whole bunch of wattage. And yeah, that's a bias adjustment. Don't do that without the proper test equipment. That was ridiculous. Glad I actually checked that before I really keyed this thing down. Man, it was out of specs completely, man. It was over I think 250 milliamps coming out of this is ridiculous, but these are actually still good. I got to repaste these are the original paste on that, but you know, I did the max mod over there, and I think I got another thing to do. But yeah, this is my personal radio, but man, I have been super busy lately, and this was supposed to be just something simple for me to do, and I ended up not doing anything but recapping this thing. But man, I'll tell you another thing about this board. This is also a lot of Superstar 3900s. Man, look at the specs on this board. This actual is the trace bottom layout here, and man, it's almost as close as you can possibly get with those traces all together like that. It is insane. There is almost just enough room between places here. You can easily have solder blobs, and then that was one of the things I had to go over with a freaking microscope. Well, just the old Mr. Magoo. But yeah, I couldn't believe it. This is a little bit more difficult of a layout. I mean, this is somewhat of a beautiful layout. Tons of jumpers on here, but man, the bottom side of this, you got to take your time. It's almost as close to working with SMD components. But yeah, I was able to bring this back into spec, but I've run out of time because I got to go ahead and cut grass. And shoot, man, I was just going to do a recap, have some fun in between doing some other fun stuff on the radios. But this is all I actually was able to get done between doing everything else I had going on. But I'm going to go ahead and box this up real quick and throw it on the bird and just do that. But yeah, it's not a super exciting video. I'll be right back. Oh, back one last time. I always like to do these on the inside cover. Throw in a nice date and a little story about the radio, at least where I have got it, or at least when it's been put back into service. And if there was a recap done like this, I added the high cut feature, which I showed you in an earlier video, and did the cap kit Klondike mic, and I just put the date on that too. But I always put those on the inside cover. It's always kind of nice to have a little story with the radio when you either sell it and someone else is working on it. They can actually look at what's been done already and when it's been done, so it helps from actually you having to pay twice for, say, hey, I just got this old radio, and the first thing guy wants to do is recap it. Well, that's why I always put this stuff in plain English, that it's been done. It's real easy. Keep a good log. You do it with your motor vehicles. You do it with pretty much everything. I know a lot of guys do it with their bird peak meters. Every time they change a battery out and when it's been calibrated and everything like that, it's good to keep logs. Never too much documentation is bad, especially when it comes to radios and the mysterious CB radio market, which is just interesting on eBay. Well, that was something in the making here. Well, this took a lot longer, like I said earlier, and started off this video with a really clean bench. But I had to get through this, started the process, and, I just had to go through it. And, yeah, this board, like I said, man, those traces are so close together. So we're just going to throw this on the bench real quick, and I got to move on to something else. This is my own, so I can't do a full-on video on this because this is taking up other valuable time. So yeah, I got this to the point where I'm happy with it for now. And yeah, this is not a powerhouse by any means. We'll go ahead and just have it on AM. We'll put on the peak meter. Got it right in the center. So we're just 200-watt slugs. Average and peak is as it labeled. And how I have it here, and this is power high low on this. And we just have that running a little bit low, and we got about a watt out there, and we're swinging up about 20 on AM. And this on high goes the same. And this adjustment on these aren't the best. I didn't really mess around with this because I got to go and do an alignment and everything on this, but that's down the road. Like I said, I was trying to do a cap, and if I got ahead, I was going to be able to do a little bit more. But yeah, the plumber's house always has leaky pipes, as they say. You can only do so much for yourself at the time. I also have these other radios, but I'm going through the ones I'm keeping, and yeah, this is the one I'm going to keep, and just getting to the point where at least it's a recap. But man, that's a pain because there was other traces that were so close together that were so close. I mean, it didn't take much. If it just got up in the cab somewhere of a truck and it was sitting in the heat for some time, I mean, those solder points are ridiculously close. I mean, angel hair close. It's like I said, SMT. You're gonna need your glasses here to really get into, make sure you're not overdoing any traces, especially when you do electrolytic caps. You're dealing with voltage. So we're gonna just throw it on sideband here. And we got on high, hello, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we got a little bit of swing right there, but it's not much. And we're trying to keep it low. We don't want to keep it too high on the output of this because I'm going to end up doing this either with the 2970 amp or an external amp. So half watt's fine with me. I don't need to make this any more than what it really is. A powerhouse, 10 watts on AM and 20 watts on sideband. And it's, very finicky on the modulation on this. So that's one thing. I know a lot of people do MPC mods. I don't know, y'all do them below. Let me know what you think on those. I know this was one of those boards here that didn't have the best variables on them inside. I didn't really get into messing with all that as much, just set up the BIOS properly so it would at least not blow those finals, because geez, you can get your name put on any type of final. You can have a smiley face. You can get anything repaired with anything. It's an amazing thing with transistors all throughout the board, the Toshibas, but now it goes down to all these. A ton of these radios are out there, the 2312s and the 2166. I mean, it's unbelievable what you can have put on your own for free. I mean, they'll print them up and send them over to you, and they don't even have to be what they say they put on the part number. Oh man. Anyway, in any regard, I was gonna have a little fun with this since now I have this somewhat working, and I used this one time, and I think the last time I used it was when I was a teenager. But yeah, let's go ahead and throw talkback on. This actually has a very loud talkback, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it works with all modes, no big deal. But yeah, I'm on a dummy load going in. But let's throw the Echo on. I haven't heard this stuff in so long. I think the last one I had was like the Echo Max 2000, which I think I have in the box stock somewhere over there too. But man, it's put on delay. I mean, it works fun for about 10 minutes, and then everyone tells you to turn the damn thing off. But a lot of people do it on sideband. What's your opinion on sideband echo? I'm not sure. I hear a lot of it, and some of it's almost unintelligible. But 1, 2, 3, 4, and I think if we do this, see, that's the old robot. A lot of people in 80s in the trucks used to use that, man. You have just a little bit of Connex echo or a little reverb on that. But let's go ahead. Hello? 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 And you can go, I'm just having some fun here, man. Hello? 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 Oh, man. Fun times with Echo. Please tell me your thoughts on Echo down below. I think it's only fun on TalkBack and do a dummy load and hearing it for yourself. Hello, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5, 4. 5, 4. What? Hello? 1, 1, 1. Just having fun. Anyway, I hope you all had a good time here. I got another one. I just found a couple of these. I actually had a guy who was selling these for like $40, I think last year sometime. I didn't know what was going to happen, that these would almost dry up and become completely almost their weight in gold. And a lot of these... yeah, a lot of those guys that had them for that price are long, long gone. And man, I could have saved a ton of those up, bought a case of them, and boy, I'd be selling them for, I think eBay prices are like $150 for these now. Just the external frequency counter, but I don't need to put it in this. This is here for the next thing I got to get going on the bench. But man, I didn't know. I wish I would have gotten that a little bit more. It would have been nice to have a stockpile of them. But in regard, we'll say 73 DSC on the next video, and I'll make sure to turn the peak meter off. That's why I like having that light in the front. I'll leave that thing on. 9-volt battery will drain, and I'll click and find it already on, and this is dead. I don't want to have to take this all apart. This was a pain. Don't do this again. If you buy pre-made ones, that's awesome. But making this one I did, getting at the adjustments in the back is going to be the problem, setting up these meters. So the peak kit and everything. So in regard, I do appreciate y'all subbing up the channel. I'll get something more interesting in the next video. Probably not. Who knows? But it's Eric Techstuffs, and thank y'all for tuning in today, and I hope you all have a great week.